Today we got a few interesting updates. Now, I can't go into too much detail. There's some things that Duncan is going to share with us today about banking and TM6. You've seen that on the card. There's a few other little things, but you need to get in contact with Duncan directly, personally. Give him a call, and there's probably some other things that they can share with you that we can't share here on the live today. Fair?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
So, well, thank you for your time, Duncan.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Let's start. We got a big topic today. Last time you were with us, you shared some info about banking.
Yes, that was 2 weeks ago, and I didn't expect to be back so soon. But there has been a couple of changes in the last 2 weeks that I would like to forewarn you about or share with you.
The other topic, bear with me. The other topic you shared, just to refresh everyone's memory, and you can go back and find it if you search Mots Services on the Paddy News. There, you'll come up with the old video. Land transport,
yes,
right? Some of the changes that have happened in the land transport
recently,
department.
yes.
All right, so look, go back to the videos if you wanted to hear about those two topics. But today, let's get up to date with some of the new banking, and TM6 is back.
Yes, certainly. Banking, nothing to get too concerned about. With the internet banking, your apps. Now, if you need to go to the bank to change your phone number, recently now they have introduced that you must first go to your service provider. So DTAC, True, who else is there? AIS. AIS is a very popular one. Yep. You must go to your service provider, to one of their shops or offices, and they must provide you with a document to say that your phone number belongs to you. They will probably want to see your passport, proof of address. Now you're probably all thinking, why is this? It's because the banks are really getting hot now on money laundering and these boiler centre scam type places where, for example, the driving licence one on Facebook at the moment, they promise to get you a licence without you actually going and doing anything. They ask you to send all your details and make them a payment via line to a bank account number. You never actually see anyone or meet anyone, and basically that money is going into a bank account which is fraudulent. So the banks are getting really hot on this now. So yes, if you're going to change your phone number, you must go to your bank, but you must first get proof from your service provider that phone number belongs to you.
Interesting, because I let it lapse, but yesterday I went to use my bank card, right?
Yes.
To withdraw some money, and it popped up that it's expired. So I've let it lapse. So I got to go into the bank, and I thought, while I'm there, I'll just use the cardless withdraw on my SCB. Now, I've used this before many times. Come up that this phone number is not registered.
Sure.
Right? Is it something that they've changed? The bank has said you got to, in line with your new key card, you got to come in and do that again?
I'm not aware of that. But what I do know now, for example, if you're transferring large amounts of money from, let's say, I'm sending Carey a large amount of money, not only do I have to obviously update my banking app with the daily limit, so you have to raise your daily limit, but that will not work unless you've also gone into your bank and had your photograph taken in the bank for their system. Right. So everything is marrying up at the moment. The digital world has gone mad. It's affecting people. Unfortunately for the older generation, it's becoming harder because some of them don't understand smartphone. But this is the way that the world is going, and you have no choice. You have to do these things. I know it's frustrating, but it's just a one-time thing. Just get it done and then get on with your life.
So I have to go now to register that phone number. I got to go into AIS, get something from them, and then go to my bank SCB.
Yes.
And then get that phone registered again.
Yes.
And again, I've used my phone for cardless many times. That number, it's definitely been registered. So they've cut it off effectively, or said I need to come in and refresh it.
Yeah, I think, as I said, I think this is all about money laundering, boiler room scams, and it's just getting out of hand. Recently, Thailand joined the IMF banking system, and they've had to tighten up their procedures. So, yes, it can ruin your day, but you've got to do it, guys. So just get out there and do what you need to do, and then carry on living your life.
All right. Okay. Well, that's the banking one.
Well, yeah,
interesting.
Some more on banking. So it's becoming increasingly hard now to open bank accounts, and I did touch upon this with Carey 2 weeks ago. If anyone offers to help you open your bank account, be it an agent or just somebody that you know, please be very careful and ask them to show you every piece of documentation they submit to the bank. Because as I mentioned again 2 weeks ago, one of the only reasons now you can open a bank account is if you're buying on a tourist visa, if you're buying property. So you have to show the bank that you're actually buying a condo or a house or land. All the paperwork has to be 100% correct. Now, there has been allegedly people forging documentation to say that they are buying properties. The banks have gone as far now as they have their own CIS.
Right.
They are checking bank accounts. Now some of the banks, they will allow you to open a bank account, but they will go and they will check all your documentation. So it may take 2 or 3 days for your bank account details to be verified. So if anyone says they can open a bank account for you, please ask them to show you every piece of documentation they give to the bank. Now, obviously, the documents are going to be in Thai, so it may be worth you going with a Thai friend or your partner and asking your partner to read that documentation too.
Good advice. All right. Changes. Too many changes.
Changes.
Every week,
yes,
every month.
Yeah. I could be here regularly.
Oh.
Okay, so do you remember, everybody, pre-COVID, you'd be on the long flight, you're an hour away from landing, you're asleep, and then the stewardess was shaking you, saying, wake up, you've got to complete a TM6 form. Now, the TM6 form was to say that when you arrived at the airport at Suvarnabhumi or Dong Muang, you had to tell immigration your forwarding address, so where you were going to go to. So you would fill out it was a white form, your name, your passport number, and the address you were staying at. Now, this was stopped at the airports during COVID because they wanted to streamline the process
to get faster,
to get you through, get you out of the airport on your way to your destination. It didn't stop at the land borders, but as I said, it did stop at the airports. Now, I have read recently in the Bangkok Post that I believe that the date is as of the 1st of May. This will be reintroduced.
This month coming. No gap. This
1st of
month,
May.
1st of May.
This will be reintroduced at the airports in a format. Now, they haven't said what the format will be. They don't know what platform they will use. But the one word I picked out in the Bangkok Post that made me jump up was it's going to be compulsory for every non-alien entering Thailand to complete a digital or a paper copy of the TM6. As I say, they don't know how they're going to roll it out yet. They have already admitted that for the first year this could cause problems. Now, for me, if you're coming here on a 2-week holiday and you slip through the net, I don't think it's going to cause you too many problems. But
You don't need it on the way out, right? It used to be the slip on the way out.
yeah, maybe, yeah. I've forgotten that. Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
you may need it.
Tear the bit off. You
Yeah.
have to keep that. Don't lose it.
Yeah, maybe. But I know for a fact it will cause you problems if you need to use immigration services while you are here. It's a lot like the TM30. You're going to go to the immigration, you're going to ask them for a service, and I can guarantee they're going to say, where's your TM6? Where's your TM30? So now you've got 2 forms to worry about. Okay? I know every year when I do my visa, I still have to show them my old TM6. I have to print that out for them, make a copy. And my one, it's worn, you can hardly read it, but they still want to see it. So be aware that anyone travelling into Thailand from the 1st of May, you are going to be asked to complete a TM6 in some format. And I recommend, even if you're tired, jet lagged, that you do it because it could cause you problems in the future.
You go to Malaysia, Singapore, you got to scan before you go through, right? In the immigration.
Okay.
You got to scan, you got to write down all that detail about yourself.
Okay, so
Right,
maybe that's
online. So this isn't something that the rest of the world isn't doing, of course, but how much detail, how much,
Sure.
that's unknown.
Sure, because before in the past, and it would be very easy to complete the TM6 form, and you could put any address. You could say you were going to go and stay in Phuket when you were coming to Bangkok. They wouldn't know that. But now maybe with the TM6 and your TM30, their system could be able to track you right down to where you're staying. So
Interesting.
you're going to have to do it, okay? Because as I say, there could be services you need to use later at immigration, and without the TM6, I don't know, maybe they could bring out a fine like they do for the TM30 if you've not done that at the correct time.
500 baht.
500 baht, yeah. So please just do what they ask you to do, because as Kerry says, it's normal in other parts of the world, and Thailand is no different.
Yeah, I travelled a couple of times to Malaysia, Singapore recently, and you got to scan. They got scan boards everywhere, and you see everyone standing around, scan and filling in the detail about you and your stay.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
Very good. Now, so that's banking.
Well, I've got one more piece on banking. So I delivered the bad news that DTV visas could not open bank accounts currently. However, I have been told this week you can if you can prove you're buying property.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one of the only reasons you can open a bank account with your DTV visa.
I read on the forums, the DTV visa forums, there's lots of them. People are having all different experiences.
Sure.
Yeah?
Sure.
So, look, you got to think it's standard practice and everyone's being treated the same. But when I read down, so they must have a documentation issue or something. I'm seeing so many variations. Can open the bank, can't open the bank. You've got to get insurance. You've got to do this.
Sure.
Anyway, I keep following the forums just to see if it sort of aligns itself and becomes common in all the comments that
Sure.
you can do. But I'm not seeing it yet.
Yeah, because remember, to open a bank account first, you have to get immigration's permission. You have to go and get a residency certificate. Now, normally these residency certificates are only allowed for 1 month, so they have a lifetime of 1 month. My recommendation would be just a bank hop. Go around, ask different banks, different branches. You might get lucky. Again, I read that a lot on the forums that someone's done 5 banks and eventually they found one that will open it for them. Okay, so not one size fits all.
Which is the best bank you think to do with the DTV visa at the moment?
Well,
Is there a preferred?
I've heard Krungsea is a little bit more helpful. My company, we deal mainly with Bangkok Bank, and they are telling us it's property only or no open.
So a couple of weeks ago it was not, it was off.
Yeah.
Then it's back on if you're buying property, right? I hear others saying you just got to get insurance and then you're okay.
Sure.
All right, so if you're looking to come to Thailand and you want a DTV visa, actually right at the moment, you need to have some type of legitimate reason for coming as well. You're a digital nomad. But one of them, just quickly for a plug, is Rage Fight Academy. They're doing the DTV visa for you, so as a fight package. Send us a message if you're interested in that and you want to do some Muay Thai or some boxing, Jiu-Jitsu and other types of martial arts. Rage Fight Academy are doing them at the moment.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What other services, just out of interest, Duncan, while you're here, what other services do Mots provide? Now, I know one of them, let me jump in, is you renewed my driving licenses. You updated at the Land Transport Office. I got a new passport, so I got a new passport number, and I wanted the two to align. I still got a year to go.
Yes.
Yeah, and I got a year to go, but I wanted to make sure that the numbers matched, so there's no issue anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Couple and a bit thousand baht, pretty easy process. I was in and out maybe an hour an hour. People are telling me there's big long lineups there. It wasn't too bad actually, and pretty streamlined. So thanks for that. What other services do you provide outside of driving licenses?
So we are ad hoc immigration, so TM30s. We can help you get those if your landlord's not registered you or you've forgotten to register yourself. 30-day extensions, border run, renewing, making new non-retirement visas.
Do you have a couple different borders do you go to? Do you do Cambodia and Laos? Is there any specific one that you go to? Or?
No, we use Cambodia.
Okay, all right.
And we do it every day of the week, 7 days a week. And pick up from home, so door-to-door services. Early start, 4:40 in the morning.
Lovely, lovely.
We come and pick you up and we bring you home with a new visa.
That means I would have got about 3.5 hours sleep last night. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's it. There's no more today.
If you've got any questions, drop them down in the comments. Duncan will address them and reply to you. Better still, Duncan's Mots Services. Mots Services are on
Soi Kautalo.
It's about 150, 200 metres on the left-hand side after the railway line as you're going up the hill, next to a gold shop. So easy to find. A little bit of parking around the side. You got some parking around the back?
Not round the back, but there's a market about 100 yards to our left, and it's huge,
right.
and you can park in there. We're open Monday to Friday, 9 till 5. Love to see you. Any questions, information is free, so we're always happy to help.
Very good. Again, got any questions for Duncan and Mots Services, please drop them down in the comments and he'll address them over the next couple of days, all right?
Brilliant. Thank you, Kerry.
Until next time,
yes,
thank you very much.
Probably 2 weeks.
And we'll see you again in a couple of weeks for the next update on TM6s to see if it's changed or not before March. First, we got time.
May the 1st.
May the 1st. May the 1st.
May the 1st.
May the 1st. Oh, sorry, folks.
Yes.
May the 1st. So we've got a little bit of time, right? We'll
Yes.
see some changes.
Yeah,
before
hopefully
then.
they're going to announce how they're going to roll it out and forewarn you. But don't be surprised to be woken up by that air stewardess. So
Yeah. Grab the digital phone if you probably
Yes.
it's probably go digital, right?
I
Everything
think it
be
will.
on
Yeah, I think it'll be a scan.
Scan and then do
quick
your
form.
detail and data before. All right. Thank you very much, folks. You have a lovely day. It's Saturday. It's a little bit hazy here. The weather's good, but there's a little bit of haze around. So be careful out there. Not too much extreme exercise. It's not real good for your breathing. Until next time, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Yeah, have a great day. Thank you.